reciprocate.
How did it go?
I mean, it went great. It went great. I had a really good workout. Everybody was there. It was really good. It was really good.
Trae, as you've gone through this process, just what have you learned about how teams perceive you? What have they told you?
Yeah. Well, it's all pretty much the same. They know a lot what I can do on the court, shoot it, pass it. They get me into a lot of defensive drills. I've done really well in all of them. Did really well today in the defensive drill, and they just want to see me compete. They want to get to know me, and I think that's the main thing, to see how hard I compete, how hard of an effort I give, and that's the main thing.
You obviously had a successful year at Oklahoma. Do you think it translates into the NBA, the big league?
Yeah, I think it does. I think it actually translates better because of the spacing and my ability to shoot the ball and pass the ball and get my teammates involved. And I think it actually translates better in the NBA just because of those factors.
Trae, when did you know it was time to make that jump to the NBA?
I think after the season, I really looked back and reflected on the season and just thought about it all and just thought about, making this jump, and it's always been my dream to play in this league, and I just thought it was time for me just after reflecting, and so after the season.
You're not a small guy in real life, but by NBA standards, you'll be smaller. And there are smaller guards that have made it in this league. What do you think will be the key for you to make it in a league of your size?
Just continue to play the way I've played my whole life, and just be different. Being a smaller guard, you got to be able to stand out in different areas, be able to really shoot the ball, be able to really pass the ball, just be really scrappy, just be a tougher player. And I don't think I get I think I get criticized a lot by not being, as tough. But I'm extremely tough-minded, tough player, and so I think being a smaller guard, you got to have those.
We've heard about how you've gained weight since the end of the season. Where are you at now, and where do you hope to be? What do you think is a good weight for you?
Oh, right now I've been traveling different places, so I've maintained and just staying. I've gained 11 pounds since my last game, and so I'm maintaining that right now. Just wanted to pick up weight, wanted to get stronger, and that's the main thing for me coming into the season, is doing those things.
Trae, you are projected anywhere from, I've seen 2 to 10, 12. How tough is that for you a week out to have such a wide range of possibilities at this point?
It's different. It's stressful. Not necessarily stressful, but this is the first time in my life where I haven't got to pick where I'm going. AAU, you get to pick what team you play for, college, and so having to wait to see where you're going is definitely something different. But I'm not nervous at all. I'm really just anxious to know where I'm going, and once I know that, I'll be able to sit back and be excited a little bit more too.
Do you feel like you've been evaluated differently just because of how much you had to do at Oklahoma, and just how much you had the ball in your hands, probably more so than any other player in college last year?
I think everybody got evaluated a lot. I think I got evaluated a little bit more just because of, like you said, I had the ball in my hands a little bit more, and I was doing a little bit more for my team, and so I think I'm evaluated a little bit more, and I think everybody's evaluated the same, but I think I have a lot more out there than a lot of people.
Was it easier to pick you apart just because you had to take so many shots?
No, I think everybody gets can get picked apart.
How was this workout today specifically with the Hawks any different from the ones that you've had previously in the team?
Coach was picking me up today. He was out there. Guarding me, doing some things with me today. He's very, very active. You can tell he still likes the competitiveness. So the head coach was out there guarding you, doing some things. That was different, but it's all been pretty much the same, like I said.
Trae, what's your thoughts on the Atlanta Hawks? And if drafted by them, how do you feel you can impact this very young team?
I think this team has a very promising future. There's a lot of young guys. John was watching today. He's a really good player. There's a lot of really good young players on this team, and I think it's just 1 or 2 pieces away from doing something. I mean, different.
You received a lot of the attention over the course of the college basketball season last season. How will that kind of help or benefit you from a pressure standpoint? Because a lot of the other guys that are going to be picked didn't receive the kind of pressure that you received.
Can you repeat the question again? I'm sorry.
Just like the how will it help the kind of what you've kind of gone through over the course of the college basketball season with the attention? How will that help at the next level where some other guys maybe didn't get as much?
Yeah, I think it helped me a lot. I mean, just going through it a year earlier than a lot of the other rookies or any other rookie will go through. I mean, I've been through it all. I mean, from different coverages and defenses. I mean, media attention, different things like that. Like I feel like I went through it a year earlier than everybody else coming into the draft. So I think it helped me prepare me for this next level and next step, and to help me produce a lot faster and right away.
And last time you were here in Atlanta was for the Nike UIBL at the Beach Jam. I know that you tweeted about that. What is your outlook on the Hawks any different now than it was then, now that you're actually putting out workouts for the team?
Well, when I was here, someone tweeted yesterday, I think the UIBL stat or whatever, I played pretty well here in Atlanta. So, I mean, if I was drafted here, hopefully that would translate pretty well. No, I mean, this is all a dream come true. So being able to come here and work out for this organization is something really cool for me, and it's a blessing for me to be here.
When you look at a team like Atlanta, bringing in a new coach and the rebuilding phase, is that more of an ideal place for you to come? Or any other rookies?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's different. I mean, I think whatever situation I go to, I'll be able to fit in and play right away and help impact my team. I think with the staff they have here now, I mean, it's really awesome. I mean, I got to spend a lot of time with them last night at dinner. I got to talk to Coach Pierce for a little bit after, and for a while after dinner back at the hotel, and just got to really know him and pick his brain, and him give me a lot of advice. So I really like the staff here.
What areas of your game would you say that you've improved upon the most since the end of the season, and which part of your game do you still still feel that it needs some fine tuning a little bit?
I think every part of my game can use some fine tuning, but I think the main pieces I've been working on is building my body up and just continuing to create space off the dribble, different things like that. But just focusing on building my body up is the main thing I've been working on this whole offseason.
Do you have any special plans for draft night, and who are you taking with you to New York?
Draft night, I got a lot of people coming. I got a big family, so I got a lot of people that's gonna be in the stands. My whole family's gonna be at the table with me. I'm doing something special for each of my siblings during draft week. My family is very important to me, so doing something special for them all throughout the week. And I got some surprises, so I can't tell y'all what it is. So, but yeah, no, it's gonna be a great week for me.
Are there any other workouts scheduled this week?
I got Chicago this week, but so I leave out today.
Is there anybody in particular in the NBA that you can't wait to play against, or you dream about playing against?
Man, every point guard in the NBA I've been looking forward to playing against. I mean, I've known a lot of them. I've known a lot of them from growing up. I mean, going to Thunder games, I've known Russ. I mean, I know Steph. I know Kyrie, Chris Paul. Like, I know all these people. Isaiah Thomas. I know all these point guards. So just being able to go up and compete against them and have fun and go out there and try to beat them this year would be something special.
Trae, speaking on Steph, many scouts have compared your game to his. Do you see any similarities in you guys' game?
I see some similarities. I try to pick different things from different players. I mean, he can really shoot the ball, create space, different things like that. So I definitely see a little bit of similarities.
You said you spent some time talking to Coach Pierce last night. You played in college with Steve Nash. Did that come up at all?
Yep, it did. It did. You can definitely bet on that it came up. Told me a lot of stories about Steve, and I've been in contact with Steve throughout this process, and being able to talk to him and pick his brain and different things like that. So we got some stories to talk about last night.
Just sort of given how valuable point guards are in the NBA right now, are there other guys in this draft who you maybe look at and say, you know, why are they in front of me, or why are they projected in front of me?
No, I really don't get into all the mock drafts and all that type of stuff, because that's all just people's opinions. That's all it is, and I mean we'll find out who gets picked where with the next Thursday. So that's all that matters to me. I don't really get into the mock draft stuff.
Do you put any pressure on yourself to always be competitive at a high level?
I don't really try to add pressure to myself, put too much pressure on myself. I've always played with a chip on my shoulder. I always realize that I don't play this game for me. I mean, I play it for others. I play it for my family and the person who gave me these talents. So that's what motivates me and keeps this chip on my shoulder. I don't put too much pressure on myself to go out and perform, because I know this is just something I do. It's not who I am. So at the end of the day, I play for others.
I know you've been talking about how you're really close and family-oriented with your family, and how big of your dad has kind of been an inspiration to you in your life. Kind of reflect a little bit on kind of how big of an effect that he's kind of been with, you know, taking you through this whole process.
Yeah, well, he's been a big part of this whole process for me. I mean, one of the coaches here worked out my dad with the Rockets, and so it's just been a small world, and I mean, it's just a crazy time, and my dad, who has been through this process, can help me throughout this whole thing.
When you talked about how many different coverages you saw at Oklahoma, can you just elaborate a little bit more on how that made it more difficult for you to produce, you know, later in the season, and how maybe that might help you now as a pro?
Yeah, I mean, I was getting face guarded, double teams, off screens, every screen, just different things, different coverages. I think it helped me just being able to go back and watch film and now know what to do if that coverage happens in the NBA. I think that type of stuff helped me.
If you had to name just one thing that would probably be your biggest takeaway from this entire draft process since you decided to declare, what would that one thing be?
One thing, I think it would just be patience. Having to wait and just enjoy every moment, every step of this whole process is something that I've had to learn to deal with, and just be patient throughout this whole thing is something that I definitely am going to take away from all of this.
You said that those who were speculative of your defense will eventually see the your improvement on that end. So what have you worked on over the week or over the summer on the floor?
Well, just overall, building my body up, getting quicker feet, just different things, working in the sand a lot, just doing different things, just trying to pick up different techniques and different things like that.
Trae, once drafted, do you have any goals set for your rookie season?
I want to win. That's my main goal. Winning is at the top of that list. I've been taught and raised that winning will take care of everything. So winning and getting in the playoffs, doing something that's never been done, is something that I want to do next year, is be different. So.
You talked about you've always gotten to pick where you've gotten to go next, but for something like this, you don't have to say it out loud, but is there certain teams that you would like to play for, or is it just you just want to be in the NBA?
Well, I'm gonna be excited wherever I get picked, and wherever I go, just because playing in the NBA is something that I dreamed of my whole life. But I want to go somewhere. That fits me best, obviously. So there's definitely ideal situations, but I'm gonna be excited wherever I go.
One more question, please.
Trae, give me 3 kicks you love to play in.
3 kicks. 3 kicks. Kobe's, Harden's, and I don't know, Clyde's.
Thank you.